What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to some more from the desk of XCal, where today I am going to tell you about the one thing that have had people bugging me for the past 7 months, every day it seems, and that would be an update on the man himself, Waldodude. He messaged me for the first time in 7 months last night. We had a pretty lengthy conversation, you know, catching up, you know, what he was doing, what he's doing now, all that sort of thing. And, yeah, now I have got some facts that I am going to share with you guys. And before I really get into it, I just want to say that, hey, this isn't the first time that he's done something like this, you know, disappear from the face of gaming. Like, whenever he needs to get shit done, I mean... and it needs to be done. Gaming is the first thing to go. I mean, he practically goes dark from it, and you know, you won't hear from him until you know he's achieved whatever his goal was. So, I mean, honestly, like the answer I gave like a week after he disappeared was he's dealing with real life shit, and he'll be back when he's back. And it was a great answer then, and it's still a great answer now. But like he sent me like one message between then and yesterday, and that was a a text message, a picture message actually, of a package he received from South Korea, asking if I was related to the sender, something like that, and yeah. But if he doesn't want to tell me, you know, what's going on as he's doing it, you know, I respect that. I don't want to bug him. I don't care to pry in other people's business that's not my own, so I figured it was important enough to where, you know, he doesn't have time to deal with the YouTube or the internet or anything like that. And I respect that, and plus I didn't want to really, you know, give any of my thoughts on the matter because I didn't know the fact at the time. I had a pretty good idea of what was going on, but, I mean, it was all purely speculation from, like, all the conversations we've had in the past and such, and it would be a disservice to him to, you know, give that speculation, and then it would be even worse for me if I ended up being wrong. So I just avoided it the whole time, and plus I don't really like answering the same question day in and day out. I mean, I answered that question about, you know, where he was at 7 months ago. 30 minutes later, I get the same damn question, and it's been going on for the past 7 months. And you got to see things from my perspective. I mean, yeah, I know you guys want updates, but see, I don't want to answer the same damn question. I mean, come on. I mean, would you want to answer the same question day in and day out? We get tired of it. So, anyway, here's the nitty-gritty. Pretty much, ever since Waldodude moved to Oklahoma, it was the only place he can get work because he had no official nursing experience, like real-world nursing experience, and Oklahoma was the only place they can give him a job, so he pretty much had to be there, and it ended up being really bad for him because he pretty much hates everything about Oklahoma. It's been a really tough experience for him. Nothing went right for him. It's very stressful. Just dealing with Oklahoma in general, and plus work wasn't the funnest of things either because it was, I don't know, it's really just really stressful on him. He said, you know, the standard of education is really low, the quality of living is really bad, and he lived in an area that really wasn't that great. I mean, it's just, it all adds up, and it boiled over 7 months ago when his garage door stopped working, and he couldn't get a guy to come in and fix it, and he would have to stay up because he works the odd hours that he does. You know, works graveyard. And, you know, he sleeps during the day, but, you know, in order to get his garage door fixed, the guy that's coming in has to come in during the day. And he wasn't getting much sleep. And then, like, the guy I'm not sure what happened, like, if the guy flaked out, but he was staying up, not getting very much sleep. He wasn't taking care of himself, and then he blacked out. So it was very serious for him. And he told me he does still have some problems with it, like that whole experience, and but it's a lot more manageable now for him. So he's okay for the most part, but pretty much he disappeared because he needed to get out of Oklahoma, and he had to get out, had to get out ASAP. So he's been busy just trying to find work in a new state essentially. So he's been sending out job applications, all that stuff. He's actually been out of a job for several months now because he kept thinking, like, he was so anxious that you know, he just couldn't wait to get out, and he kept thinking, like, you know, today's the day that I'm going to, you know, get that job and get out of this shithole. But wasn't the case, and time just flies by so fast. Before you know it, you know, several months have passed, and there's really nothing you can do about that. And, he did find a job. He found a job in Arizona. He bought a house last week, and he's back in Oklahoma now. So, and his new job starts August 12th. So we got what is that, like 3 weeks? 3 weeks, and he'll be in Arizona. As far as when he'll be up and running on YouTube, I don't really know. It's probably sometime after that. So I figure maybe sometime in late August, early September is when you'll start seeing him back regularly. So, yeah. Pretty much, Oklahoma was killing him, and he needed to get out, and that's why he was gone. And Waldodude's the kind of person is like to where if something needs to be done, he's gonna drop everything that's not important, and that just so happened to be gaming and YouTube. So don't hold it against him. I mean, that's just how he is. It's how he rolls. I will not be surprised if he needs to do it again if he does it again in the future without really telling anyone much of anything. So yeah, he should be back. He actually I told him a little bit about the BF 1942 stuff that I've been doing, and he was happy to hear it, that there's a server that's not completely terrible, and he invited me to play a few games with him later this week, and I told him if I'm on, he'll send me a message, so we'll see some BDFB action going on later this week, perhaps. So, yeah. Just wanted to find work. He starts his new job August 12th. A week after my birthday, in fact. The day Waldodude's life stopped being terrible. I'll christen that. That's what I'll christen August 12th. And I guess probably start moving in a couple of weeks, get everything over there that he got over there. So. He's alive, doing relatively well. Things could be better, but now that he's out of Oklahoma, things should be getting a lot better. Because I mean, I talked to him a lot. And like ever since he's moved to Oklahoma, you know, I could tell he was just fucking absolutely miserable at everything. The people there, I mean, work, it's just, yeah, it was, but he had to be there because he needed the work experience. So it's kind of, he was in a bind. You can't get a job without work experience, and he was actually telling me, you know, it's incredible how much easier it is to get a job now that he has the relevant experience. And he actually had to deny, you know, some inquiries about, you know, work because, you know, I guess didn't want to do it or something.
Okay, you're good.
Or wasn't in the area that he wanted to go to, something like that. So before he didn't have any options, and now he has lots of options. What he's doing, he got a job at what he said was a veterans center,
Smoke out.
Abbreviated VA. I don't know why. I actually looked that up. Medical VA. Medical VA. Okay, here it is. Veterans Medical Center. Okay. I don't know why it's VA. that's weird to me. But one of the perks that he got for this, for applying to or for getting a job with the Veterans Center, is that after 6 months experience, he can move to any VA facility in the nation that he wants, and every major city has one. So, I mean, honestly, if he wanted to, he could come to Houston or Austin in 6 months' time. But it's completely up to him. He can do whatever he wants. He's a big boy. So, yeah, there it is. There's your update on Waldodude with the facts. I didn't want to give speculation, plus the answer I gave 7 months ago still applied now, all the way up until now, and I don't like answering the same question more than once. But there you go. You got the facts now. So anyway, moving on. I knew it was going to take me a long time to talk about this, but that's why I picked some Last of Us multiplayer, because I'm sure there are some people who are very curious as to what I think about it. I've played it. I've started playing it a little bit more. I have about 10 hours game time into it now, so I have a pretty good take on, you know, what's going on for the most part. And, well, first things first, I've seen some people draw some comparisons to Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and I don't really understand that because one's a one's a competitive game, or yeah, competitive multiplayer, and one is a co-op multiplayer. Get that? I mean, that you may as well say like, you know, basketball and football are very similar because they both play with balls. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. I mean, one's a co-op game, one's a competitive strictly competitive multiplayer. They have nothing in common other than they're both third-person shooters. That's about it. So, those comparisons I feel are very unfounded. But what do I think? What do I think about Last of Us multiplayer? Honestly, I don't think this is something I could take seriously. There's a lot in this game that bugs me. The thing that bugs me the most, view kick. I mean, the guy already shot me first. I mean, how much more of an advantage does someone really need? I just don't understand the existence of view kick. For realism purposes, I guess. It's the only thing that really makes sense. And it's a big problem in this game, too, because this game does reward headshots, and it rewards you very well. Like the bow, for instance, it's a 2-shot kill anywhere, or a 2-shot down, rather. And if you shoot him in the head, 1 shot down. With semi-auto and the revolver, 2 shots in the head, and they're down. You know, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal when it takes like 3 or 4 shots to kill. And it's annoying when you're trying to line up that nice headshot. You get shot, and then when you end up taking your shot, you know, your crosshair flies like 15 feet above the guy's head. And it's just a ridiculous mechanic to me. I don't understand the point behind it other than to annoy or to be there for realism purposes. But, you know, I've always been a big fan of realism has no place in video games because realism is bullshit. Realism is bullshit.
Hunter, look alive.
View kick, annoying. I'd like it a lot better if it was gone. Nail bomb traps. I'm not a big fan of anything that resembles a claymore. Thankfully, as I've played a little bit more, I've gotten better at avoiding them. But the fact that they're there, and then you have to take extra precautions to, you know, save some listen mode, you know, for when you enter a building because there might be someone's trapped nearby. You can mark that and blow it up before someone else ends up walking into it. I actually spotted a trap the other day, and as I was trying to shoot it, I even marked it. A teammate sort of walked into it and died. Yeah. I'm not a fan of anything that can be used to watch your back for you, you know, like set it and forget it, and you don't have to worry about getting flanked anymore without, you know, having the bomb blow up and, you know, alerting you or getting a cheap kill. I think that just promotes, you know, a stagnant gameplay to me. I can't stand it. The only things that should be allowed to watch your back is yourself and your teammates in communication, but whatever. I mean, I like the nail bomb as a grenade because, you know, every game needs a grenade in order to flush out campers, you know, so flush a guy out who may be in an advantageous position. Grenades are great. Proximity bombs are not. I'm not a big fan of it. Plus, Molotovs, I've actually gotten to the point, I feel, as a player where the majority of my deaths every game are via instant kill. Like each game, I'm guaranteed to die, you know, once or twice to a Molotov or, you know, a guy running at me with a nail bat, and that's always not very fun. Nobody likes dying instantly, you know. That's why people don't like snipers and shotguns, even though both of those weapons have their inherent weaknesses. Because you die instantly, it just really bugs people because you're left with that feeling that, you know, there's really nothing else you could have done differently, and it's pretty annoying. Plus, in this game, I'm not sure if it was just this round in particular, but it seems like it sort of has that Mario Kart design, where if your team is down, you get more supplies from the supply boxes. And I'm not sure if this is because we were getting stomped or if this is because we were down teammates, because we were getting our shit pushed in, and unfortunately the timer ran out before we could we made a pretty good effort at a comeback. But I mean, those loot boxes were just spitting things out at me. I'm getting multiple materials for many different things. It was spitting out 100 part pickups, which is very helpful for body armor. And I've gone games where, you know, my team has been up and I open a loot box and all I get is some sugar. So I'm not sure if that was just that instance in particular because we were down teammates, or if it's always like that, you know, when a team is getting beaten really badly. But I'm not a big fan of the Mario Kart thing either. You know, you're in 7th or 8th place and you can spam lightning bolts and get the stars and the blue shells to your heart's content and generally be really annoying. That's why I didn't play Mario Kart Wii too much, because that infuriated me a lot. But I mean, the view kick, Molotovs, nail bats, all very, very annoying. I could live without those. So I can't. I'm gonna try to you know, just take this game very heartedly, or come into it with a very lighthearted mindset. Try to not take it seriously, you know, play it for what it is, a game. Just have a little bit of fun, something else I can post. I'm going to try my best to do that. Plus, the matchmaking is pretty fucked, too. Because, like, I know, like playtime isn't an accurate representation of a player's skill level. Because, you know, we've all seen those guys who have, like, 20 days played and they're still really bad at the game. But, you know, there's no substitute for experience. And there have been plenty of games where I've played against a team where everyone on their team is above level 50. Their lowest guy is like level 47 or something. They've got a level 60 and 2 level 70s. And then my team, you know, I'm still not very high level yet myself. I'm only like level 9, I think. And everyone else on my team got level 0, level 2, you know, me being level 8 or 9 or whatever, and then the highest level guy on our team is level 12. And that's sort of not really fair. And this is one of those games where you have to play in order to unlock stuff. And those higher level players, they have access to everything, and they can be very creative with their setups. And you know, I actually mentioned this in the multiplayer session that I'm doing with Spoon, is that I wish I had, you know, more unlocks so that I could showcase a little bit more of the game. But since I'm level 1, you know, the best thing I can do really is semi-auto with covert training too. You know, that's, you know, as creative as I can get, which sucks. So matchmaking is sort of fucked up too. It doesn't do a very good job of balancing out like the play time between all the players in the lobby. But I mean, it's okay. You know, I'm not like super frustrated at it, but you know, the mechanics that are in place are can be really frustrating to deal with. So I'll try to, you know, if I do continue playing it, I'll try to, you know, just play it for fun and not get mad at it. But only time will tell how that turns out. So yeah, there you go. Waldodude update. He will be back up and running in like a month and a half, maybe even a little bit sooner than that. I'm not sure. And The Last of Us multiplayer, it's okay, but I wouldn't take it seriously. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, peace soup.